What's up, guys? It's Lexi Pike. Welcome to my channel. You guys, half of you guys know my story, my ghost paranormal story. Um, and so I'm gonna tell you the story again for the new subscribers, because I think last time I mentioned, the my ghost experience, it was like a couple years ago. So I just got new followers from like at the end of 2024 to now, and I'm still getting them. So I'm gonna talk about my ghost experiences. So I live in Maine. I move. I used to, cause I don't with this family. Cause I just moved into them. But I would go back and forth, Maine, Florida, constantly, and that's why I'm a high school dropout. I went by the name Heidi Woodcock, but now I go by Alexandria Pike, just not legally. Heidi Woodcock is my legal name, but I rather be Alexandria Pike, so I have a lot more nicknames. So, we would get houses. I'm adopted. My adopted mom, my adopted dad, and my adopted sister would move in a house in 2000. 2012, because I was 9 and I was 7 in 2010. So, when we were 9, we would move to this house in Maine. And it's right in front of a cemetery where you have to go down the hill, turn, and then go up the hill. And our house was behind was in front of a cemetery. So I was 9 and I was obsessed with cemeteries. So I don't know why. So when every 7 o'clock, I could read time since I was in 4th grade. But I never really paid attention. So every time I would be like, Mommy, I want to go to the cemetery. I want to see dead people. It would be at 7 p.m. So Mom, 6 p.m. It's like around that time. So we would go for a walk. And we would go to the cemeteries and look at the graves because I was obsessed with them. It was just me and her. I never mentioned this part in my story, but because I was 9, I could see shadowy figures. This was before I fainted in 2015. What? In 2015, I was 12. No, I was 13. 2012 plus 2015. I was 12. Yeah, I was 12. Oh, I lived there for more than 4 years. 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So 7 years. What? No! 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 5 years? I don't know. I was 14. You do the math. Yeah, so I would go there every night at 6 or 7 p.m. Surprisingly. One time I was walking alone while Mom was still climbing up the hill because I went running because I really want to see dead people. So I went running. and I went into something. I looked up. There was a grown-ass man. But I didn't want to do that one. Because it was further away. I went into like an invisible barrier. And I fell. And I was so confused, like, what the fuck just happened? So yeah, just do hang out in cemeteries too. Clearly. But the baddest story ever is what happened to me while I was in that house. Why we decided to move. When I was 9, I had cable in my room and really bad anger issues. So I would smash things, punch things, threaten to, I'm gonna unalive you, which I don't mean it. So if I'm ever on a video with my friend Jacob and I say I'm gonna unalive you, it's a joke. Not real. I let him know. Because with my anger, if he makes me mad and I say it angrily, I don't mean it. But sometimes I'll be like, I'm gonna kill you when as a joke. So you'll know the difference. I had an anger spell since 2024, April 27th. So yeah. Because that's when I moved here, in 2024. So yeah, when I was 9, I smashed the buttons on my TV. I don't even think I did it. I think I dropped it. Yeah, I think it fell on the side. So at 4 a.m., this is when I was in 6th grade, actually. No, I'm talking about when I was 9. When I was 9, I would be home alone. Yep, you heard that right. An epileptic 9-year-old with bad absence seizures daily, 400 a day, home alone. So I would watch horror movies, horror shows, criminal shows, crime TVs, documentaries. Yeah, my head is fucked up. Whenever I was home alone, I would want to stay home. The only time I would go out is on Fridays whenever we would go out to eat. But, my sister's room was this way. My room was here. The bathroom was straight ahead of where my room was. The kitchen was here, next to my room. My mom's bedroom was literally beside the bathroom. And then there was downstairs, and then there was like a whole house downstairs too. Maybe I could show you photos. I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna show you the outside of the house. So whoever lives there now, we were the owners, the original owners of this house that you got it from, if you got it in 2019. My grandpa paid for it. But that's the house. I'm blocking off the address. That's the house. That's the other side of the house. This house was haunted, extremely. This is my grandmother's bathroom. What the fuck? Kitchen. Where the windows were was the dining table. No, this is the dining room, where the dining table. Dining room again. The living room where my grandmother would sit on the couch. Oh, that house still has the couch. This is the upstairs where we were living. So my mom's room was just up the stairs. That's the front door. Where my cat would sneak out and go underneath the porch. Who's this one? Oh, this is my grandmother's room. The bathroom. My grandmother's. My grandpa, he had a hard ass bed. When I would jump on it with my ass, I would bounce right off because it felt like a walk. That shit hurts. This is a bed. I never understood this. This is the kitchen of the upstairs. That's where I learned how to cook. This one, this stove, when I was home alone, turned on by itself. Turned on by itself. I didn't know how to shut it off, so I just kept it on. But the thing is, I'm probably taller than that fridge now. This is the kitchen. The other side. The other side. In that doorway, that's my room. But this is the bathroom. This is where most of the paranormal stuff would happen at 3 a.m. So, I would be in my room, in my bed. At 3 a.m. every morning, I would wake up and have to go pee, because I was a little girl. But this started when I was 12, after I had that fainting spell. And when I brought this up to some paranormal acts, they said it was a possession, but another psychic medium said it sounds like it. But this one that I started talking to, he's a father, he says it sounds like it was a body jump. And I was like, so like a possession? And he was like, not really, but kind of. So I would wake up, go pee, waddle in the bathroom, turn on the light, everything goes black. And then when I see again, I'm on the floor. Don't remember what happened. It would happen only... Yeah, I was there for more years. No, 2 more years after this happened. Because we moved immediately. It would happen every single day at 3 a.m. No doubt. This is the front of the bathroom. That's the sink on the corner. The one that I smashed. I don't know what happened to the paint on the wall. This one's my room. That's where my bed would go. By the window. This is my sister Hannah's room. And the thing in the basement. I've never gone to that basement. But the thing is, up here, you can't see it, but up here, in the ceiling, there's an attic. Upstairs, above the bathroom. We've never gone in that attic. So yeah. When was this bought? Because someone does own it now. It was built in 1900. Multi-family, so that's probably why my grandpa bought it. That sold on November 1st, 2019 for $129,000. And this is off market, so I think that means it's still bought. So November 2019 must have happened like around the time we were filling the papers out. We left that house 2014, and after we moved, after we moved, was it after? I think it was. After we moved to the place. And I had my room, and nothing like that ever happened where I would get up at 3 a.m. to go pee. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. So all of a sudden, so it was that house. So if you're watching this and you own that house, be careful. There's something sinister there. Because I would take showers and I would get scratches on my back bloody scratches to the point that we might have had to get stitches, but Mom didn't care about me, so they had to heal. I would wake up with bloody noses, bruises, claw marks, stove catching fire, smoke smelling coming out of my vents, but my heater when it wasn't even on. Black flies would be everywhere, which would also be a sign of a spirit, evil spirit. Shadowy figures. And if the person who's watching this, who lived in the house before us, or is living there now, here's a question: have you ever been to the attic? Because we've never gone. My adopted mom wouldn't let us go because we need like a ladder to go up and push it inside to look. We've never checked the attic at all. No, not the 5-6 years we've lived there. I was 9. I was almost 10. No, I was almost 11 actually. I stayed back. Yeah, because when I was 9, I was at another school because I was kicked out of 3rd grade. I was expelled for just giving cupcakes. So yeah, we lived at that house. There's another house that also had hauntings, but I was very, very, very young at that age, at that house. So yeah. So, I would get attacked though. I fainted really hard, smashed the side of my face. I had a big cut and a big bump here. In 2015, I was 12, in 5th grade. I fainted, and after that, I started seeing spirits clearly, and they weren't good. I started getting sleep paralysis, couldn't sleep, having nightmares. One time, I woke up, and I am claustrophobic now. After this, I don't like close spaces, but sometimes I can do the spaces, but half the time I'm claustrophobic. But I woke up. I had to pee, so I wanted to get out on this side of my bed. Couldn't. Something was blocking it. Nothing was there. So I tried there was a wall on this side. There was an opening and an opening down. Over there and here. I couldn't get out, so I had to go all the way at the end of my bed and carry it out, and that's how I got out. So I don't know what the hell was that. But the physical shit started happening when I was 12, because it continued to happen, and we lived there for 2 more years. My TV turned on by itself, and it scared the living shit out of me. It turned on by itself at 4 a.m. I had cable. It was all the way up to 100. And it freaked me out, so I unplugged the cable box and my TV. And I had to go to school that same day. But it scared me so bad that I got dizzy that same day. So I got to go home. I've seen reflections in the bathroom. The mirror on the top bathroom shattered. And no one was even in there. Yes, I've smashed stuff. So if you see a sink with black tape on it, I'm guilty for that. I came home from school one day, and my mom wasn't listening to me, so I got my water bottle and I smashed the sink with my water bottle. Didn't know it didn't even break the water bottle, and it was plastic. It broke a glass, heavy-duty sink. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we started getting attacked there. There's another place that I am willing to show you. This is also in Maine. Okay. Let's X out of you. Oh no, it's not in this area. Okay. Oh, okay. It still has the same address on here. 25,000 off the market, so I'm pretty sure someone bought it. But there's no actual photos of the inside. There used to be, but that was the house. It was worse. I was way younger. I was home alone. There's another one with that same address, because the address I looked up and showed you that house. Oh. Never mind. I got in! Okay. Okay. Do I have to... This address isn't the same anymore, but it does show the photos. So, I don't know why it's glitching out on me. But... that was the kitchen. Well, I'm pretty sure my dog, Sissy and Max, was having trouble being in, the door next to it is the basement. We went down there. That was the first time I've ever gone in the basement. We started smelling a gross stench. Even a 7-year-old, me, a toddler, I don't know. I wasn't able to talk till I was 7. So I was like, yeah, this was the one where I was a toddler and I choked on a penny noodles twice, and even I saved my own life. But we smelled the stench, and then all of a sudden we heard clattering downstairs, down in the basement, like someone was trying to get out. Why is it a... Hey, look! My fridge is running! Why was it there? This was my room after I got my own bedroom, because I was sleeping in Hannah's room down the hall. This was Hannah's room, I think. I don't remember, but I think that was Hannah's room. No, I think that was my adopted mom and dad's room. This must have been Hannah's room. There's the bathroom, screen door, where I probably kicked the screen out of. There's no picture of the attic? Well, Mariah, Matthew, and Melissa lived up in the attic. I don't know where Nicole went, but this is the house where we had all my siblings. So yeah. Oh, now this house is 110. Okay, found some of photos. This is the better looking one. That's the kitchen. This was That's my high chair. And we still had that glass table, but I haven't seen it since. This was the living room where Mom told me and Hannah that Gracie got run over by a car, which was our dog. This was Mom's room. That was her bed. This was my bed. My room. I was forced to paint my room purple. This is Hannah's room, so I shared a bed here. I was sleeping in this corner. She was sleeping in this corner. That's where I choked on a penny and almost died at midnight. Dining room where everyone, like, I'm pretty sure this is the house where I actually started seizures. Okay, upstairs. There's a bathroom. Upstairs. Hey, we had propane now? Okay. But it's not that address anymore. It's a different address. You can't find it on Google, on like Street View. You have to go up a little. So, I'm not gonna say that address. But yeah. That's actually the house where... No, it wasn't. Never mind. We lived at a friend's house. Her name was Barbara Toothaker. She died when I was 9. I was upset because she was like a grandmother to me. We lived in a house owned by her and her sister Jen, who also died years later in 2021. Jen would come and pick me up, bring me to her house, and I would have Cheez-Its there because they were my favorite snacks. But we also we moved multiple times. So yeah. That's where Hannah started calling the cops and blamed them on me for prank calling. But the thing is I was in Mom's room with Mom that time. So yeah, she knew that Hannah was lying. So yeah, that's the end of my ghost story, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Next video. Bye!